Speak, Learn, Connect. The After Class podcast show hosted by Michael Owusu. Stay tuned.
Bonjour, salut, coucou. Welcome to After Class. Wherever you are listening from, we are absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today. You know how it goes. The lecture host gives us the syllables. But what happens after the lectures? That is where the real conversation begins. I am your host, and my name is Michael Owusu Coffson, and this is After Class, your favorite university hub that promises to give you the entertainment, the education, and everything that falls in between. Today, we are absolutely blessed because we are having a special episode. And this episode is one of all that I personally trust that each and every student must watch, because we are talking about the confusion, the dilemma, the exciting moments that went on in our various senior high schools in transition to our university life. I mean, today's episode is an episode of transition of senior high schools to university. And to help us unpack this particular episode, we are having someone who fought and won. He went through the series of experience that went on during his life in senior high school. He stood at Asante region as a regional executive, and he actually came from the camp of the Warriors. I mean, the Akasechi Opokwari Senior High School. He served as the WDS president and many more. Since he is here, we will dive into the issues and then we will bring the ball from heaven to earth. But before that, Yendi Jakakara. Have you been joining long queues for meals? You are not receiving it during the morning. This is your favorite Kombi Awusa Popo, the special assorted Awusa Popo that can elevate your mornings to a glorious day ever. It is filled with pepper. Try and get yourself one, and then you will never forget about this particular moment. For this, contact 0240 42 76 84. 0240 42 76 84 and get yourself this assorted Kombi Awusa Popo. Don't forget that we are also proudly sponsored by Brandska, the favorite and special business pitching agency that pitches all businesses. Do you want credibility for your business? Are you a customer? You want assurance for something that you want to buy? What I bought versus what I had. Now we are not doing it here on this 21st century, the Gen Z era. It can never happen. Just contact Brandska so that you will get the credibility and the assurance to buy your product. Let's dive slow into the conversation. Before that, let's catch the air.
Speak, Learn, Connect. The After Class podcast show hosted by Michael Owusu. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Now we are diving slow. I think this is the time to unveil my guest to you. And he is the one you know, Jephthah. Kusi. The other one, he will add it up later. Hello, Jephthah.
Hello, Michael, Officer 1.
Yes, thank you for calling me that. Clap, 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 clap. Please, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm also fine. I feel if you eat something.
Oh, yeah, thanks to Kombi Awusa Popo.
Special. Yes. Okay. Thank you for having you here. And I think before we even dive into your personal issues and senior high school issues to pull the triggers, I want you to introduce yourself to my people. Who are you and where are you speaking from?
Okay, so lovely viewers, I am Kusi Jephthah Gyamfi, a first year KNUST business student doing HRM or Human Resource Management as others would put it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Jephthah Kusi Opon.
Kusi Gyamfi.
Kusi Gyamfi. Oh, okay, that's nice. Jephthah, today, the conversation is something very friendly. And then I want you to just call out to the people. But even we go into the conversation, I just want you to close your eyes for just a moment.
All right.
and reflect back to your senior high school life, right? And then whatever that you see, you tell us.
All right. So, one thing that I'm currently feeling now is how uh, deputy senior housemaster Bulare used to take note of how I dress on campus most of the time whenever he came across me. He'd be like, Kweku, 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 do this. And thankfully, that has really helped me.
That has really helped you. So Bolare, Pokuare, I know you, pa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. So now, giving us this reflection, now, with 3 words, describe your high school experience.
With 3 words, I would say that my high school experience was beautiful, it was encouraging, and it was an avenue to build.
Okay, beautiful, encouraging, and a phrase which is an avenue to
Build.
build. That's nice. Chapter. Every senior high school or every school has various categories of people.
Yes.
Those that talks, those that disturb,
Yes.
those that do a lot of things. So which category were you even before you came to senior high school?
Even before stepping in senior high school, I was the type that would stay in my lane and just mind my business. I was the quiet type. Not
Quiet
that
type.
I wouldn't speak if something was disturbing me.
Okay. So Jephthah was a quiet type. That's nice. Now, Jephthah stepped his foot at Opokwari. And then the first day, how was it?
Well, to be honest, the first day, what really convinced me about Owusu was the environment. Honestly speaking, I stepped into Owusu the first day and I was like, wow, my school, and no one ever.
And no one now, Beba. So when you stepped there, you felt that yes, indeed, you are at your destination.
Yes.
We will ask you later why you chose Opokwari and the rest. But before that, what ignited you in Opokwari? What showed you up in Opokwari?
What really made me known in Upukuari was the fact that I was part of the Writers and Debaters Society. And I started during events or during programs when people, the panelists or the host of the event usually ask for people to bring up questions. I was most times the first person to step up to ask a question.
Okay, so that's a legacy, right? A
Yes,
legacy
I'll put it
set.
that way.
And that's nice. Now, walk us through your typical day in senior high from morning to light out. Walk us through.
All right, so I'll take it with first year, second year, then third year.
Okay.
So in first year, you'd have seniors, the BZ. They would come and they would just wake us up. And you see, you are used to sleeping till like maybe 7, 8 because of the BC period and the vacation that year. And now you are waking up at 4 a.m. to go and do housework and you'll be confused. You're like, should I really wake up at this time? And then in second year, it started with a little bit, maybe you run away and all that, but still you do it. Because I was the type that no matter what, I'll just get up and go and do my housework. When it came to housework, the prefect never had an issue with it because I'll do it. And then in final year, I was like, final year, that means we also have juniors who do the housework.
You started molesting them.
Oh no, I wasn't the type to harass the juniors. To be honest, I was a chill type. And in fact, one junior was like, initially when they saw me, they thought that I would be so strict, but they got to realize I was the chill type who would tell them to do this and not do that. Yes.
Oh, okay. So that means that you want to tell us that you were very hardworking in senior high.
Yes, I'll put it that way.
Proof.
Well, one proof that I can give is that from my house in Joseph House, I was a house executive. And if it's not because of hard work, I wouldn't have become a house executive.
Okay, that's nice. Now, what actually made you choose Opokwari?
One thing that made me choose Upukuwari was the spirit of camaraderie in Upukuwari, where we have the Akatechi fraternity, and getting to know that the old boys are always there to support you, getting to know that your seniors are there to give you the motivation that you need, getting to know that, oh, I have a senior housemaster, a deputy senior housemaster that I can approach and speak to. it was really what gave me the idea that wow, UAS is really good for me.
Okay. So that means that OWAS was actually the choice of school that you wanted, right?
Well, to be honest, initially I was contemplating after the BC that, well, you see, for my batch, we picked our schools before the results came out, and I wanted to pick a mixed school. And honestly, I wasn't so convinced about being in a boys' school because I thought that being in a boys' school, it would be all rowdy and
Sure.
people would be messing around. Yeah, but when I got to know more of Opoku, I was intrigued. I wanted to be there.
You wanted to be at Opokuari.
Yes.
So that means that your third year in junior high school, you actually had Opokuari at the back of your mind that this. So it's not by default that you went there.
Yes.
It's actually what you chose.
Yes. And more honestly, for my year group, KNSTGHS 22, my year group, we were more focused on Prempe Opokuwari. So you speak to someone and the person will be like, hey boy, I also go Opokuwari, and I boy in
So which junior high school did you go to?
KNSTGHS.
Hey, and I want cooking STSs.
Well, it's all
Is it because it's not hyped than Opokuwari?
Oh, I believe KNUST is well hyped, but it's all based on preference. It's all based on preference.
So you want to tell us it was your preference?
Yes.
That's why I didn't go to.
Yes.
Then you spotting you were a DB.
Oh, please don't.
From KNUST to Opokuwari to KNUST. Hey, DB Kesiye.
Please, it's all the grace of God. It's the grace of God, please.
Skinny back. Your skin is even skinny.
Oh, nyame
Okay, so now being in a school without leaders, quote and unquote.
Right.
How was the feeling?
All right. Now I'll take it in a couple of ways. The first way is how you easily relate to the boys around you and how you make friends so quickly. You see, being in a school without leaders, it will give you the notion that you have to act in a way that, well, ladies are not around, so doing whatever that you have to do is not going to be monitored by anyone.
Sure.
But then, at some point, it will dawn on you that, what I'm doing, so if I'm to step out and do this, what would the ladies there think of me?
Okay, so that means that with what you are saying, you want to tell us that since it was not a school with ladies, you decided to do whatever that you want there.
Oh, no.
Because you think you had your fellow mates, guys also there, so you think, oh, I need to dress sharply, I shouldn't bath, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that.
Okay. Well, from what I said earlier, I did make mention that if I am to step out, what would others think of me? So that was my guiding principle that if whatever I'm doing here, if I'm to step out and do it, would others say that, it's boy we was fan or boy and who say it? Yes.
Okay, so now with your feeling, guys are guys. Being at the adolescent stage is something that everybody knows, that at least the emotional feeling and the other stuff works. So being in school 3 years without ladies, how was it? That's the point I want to make here.
Well, the point that you want to make, honestly, it was for the few years that I had in was it was good, it was enjoyable. Now, see, we have to have something like a morale and we are all to be singing along. Now, you don't have the notion that hey, there's this lady somewhere watching me and probably going to think that hey, now, boy, we are a crash wall of some warrior who say. Yes, and also even though ladies were not in the school, you got to go to programs and you see ladies. So yeah, it was a very normal experience.
It was a normal experience to
Yes, very normal.
Okay.
I'd see guys, I was like, oh, okay, my mates, my peers.
That's nice. That's nice. I've heard something about those single-sex schools that they actually don't wash their clothes. They have special clothes that they use for programs. So those ones, they will just put it aside. Immediately they hear that there is an event in Kusi, SRC programs, and they'll just go and pick those ones, iron them, and come fully prepared. But in school, no one.
All right, so I would rebut that by saying that yes, people did have clothes for like programs, some uniforms that they never wore for programs. But personally, I was the type that I would always wash my clothes and I would always keep myself neat in school because I knew that if Bolare used to see me, he would definitely talk. And I didn't want him to be talking about my dressing and all that. Plus, I was the type that, yeah, if there was any program to attend, I would dress my best and go for the
And
program.
go for the program. That's nice. Okay. What was your guy name in senior high?
Well, I never had a guy.
You are lying.
To be honest, I never had a guy.
I have a lot of Warriors there, so they can actually tell me.
I'm well aware of that. But then, in OAS, my guy name was basically my school number, but I was never called by that because my school number was low. CB 1174. It was only my classmates and people that I was in the room with, which we call Chambers, knew. But they mostly called me by Jephthah.
So you were a Kufi guy, like Holy Christian B, Holy Kumama.
Well, I was a chill, calm guy. I didn't like trouble, so I wouldn't trouble anyone so that I get troubled in the end.
This guy is prepared.
Please, I'm not prepared.
He's prepared. He wants to actually rebut the point, but actually, I will dive into his life. Okay, how did your leadership journey started?
Okay, so the leadership journey. Well, I remember this one incident where in the first year, I think about a month into school, there was this event. Let's say it was a meeting for some group of students. I didn't know what they were doing, and I was passing by and I was like, these people are sitting in the classroom. Let me also go and sit in there. Why not? So I entered and they were talking about drama, LG. I was like, what at all is LG? And I realized I'm not really an LG person. Then I moved out.
What's actually LG?
Okay, so it's the literary group, which is most schools in the Ashanti region have it under the ARSRC.
Okay, what is ARSRC?
Ashanti Regional Student Representative Council. Yes. So later I got to know that there's WDS, the Writers and Debaters Society, which could help build me in public speaking and as well as debating. So I got more interested in that, and that also rocketed my leadership experience. But one incident that I would like to talk about is getting to know that there was something called EWPs, Executive Without Portfolios, in the ARSRC. And one guy saw me and was like, guy, we sharp. We need politics. And I was like, I mean, it's normal. Then he was like, come, I'll train you. And definitely, I'm so thankful to this guy because he was basically
appreciate him.
So his name is Asari, and his number was CA3E. I'm so grateful to him.
Okay.
Yes, and along the line, others came in and they helped me so much.
So what were your portfolios?
Okay, so I would mention two.
Okay.
My portfolios was I was the Writers and Debaters Society president for Opokuwari. Yes, and also I was the deputy Gunsta secretary.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I learned you had positions in Ashanti region. You came and lost. You came for regional WDS president. And you lost.
It was zonal president.
Right? Zonal president. Yes. And you lost.
Oh, please. Yes, I lost.
And then you came back again, much stronger.
Yes, much stronger.
For what?
Our committee.
And that one you won.
Yes, I won.
So how did that thing also contributed to your life?
You see, let me start off with Congress. Now, we got to Congress and we were campaigning and, delegates, getting to know other delegates and getting to know other people. So I was really excited to be on Congress. And I was like, wow, Congress. So this is Congress. So I was getting to know people. I was making new friends. I was so happy. And then came election. So I read my manifesto. I think, oh, wow, I didn't do that bad. Then voting. So voting, you would make, how do I say, you'd shake hands with others that, you'd vote for me, and I'll come to, I'll do this for you, do this for the zone. Then results for elections came. I was like, hey, are these the results after all the campaign?
But lost.
I lost.
Poto.
Don't have a photo, but I lost. Yes, I did this.
And then you came again, and then I think this a very nice experience with leadership is nice. I want us to do some loyalty tests here. Thank you very much for having you on today's episode. We are actually happy, and then you've shared a lot with us. And I believe those that they've watched, they are educated, and then they've learned a lot of things from your conversation. Thank you. Gracias. I'll give you one from the outer purpose so that you prepare. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now the ball is down. Thank you very much for watching this particular episode. If you haven't yet subscribed, go and subscribe on YouTube After Class TV and follow on TikTok After Class. Much thanks to all the production team, from the director to the script writer, to the researcher, to the organizer, and to the media and camera guy, and our editor as well, for bringing this dream to a reality. I am your host, and my name is Michael Owusu Coffson. Legon, watch out. UCC, watch out. UPSC, watch out. UDS, watch out. To all other universities, watch out, because the fire is about to be ignited. Thank you. Bonjour, salut, coucou. See you next time. Bon arrivé.